Am I wrong for wanting out after she crossed a boundary? I explicitly told her not to. I'm 27, she's 28, and I think I finally realized I need to get out of this relationship. But the way things are going, I'm worried she's going to make me feel guilty for her mental state if I try to leave. Let me explain what's been happening. We recently had a major fight about our future, specifically about kids. She's unsure if she wants children because she doesn't think she'd be a good parent. I told her I need some kind of assurance from her, a definite yes or no on whether she wants kids in the future, or at least if she's willing to try someday. That conversation was tense, but it was fine. We were working through it. But then things took a turn that I absolutely did not see coming. At midnight, completely out of nowhere, she texted my dad. And what did she text him about? She told him that I had met her parents to discuss marriage. Here's the problem with that. I hadn't told my parents yet that I'd done this. And she knew that. She knew I hadn't told them. I specifically told her not to reach out to my parents about this, that I would handle it in my own time and my own way. But she did anyway. She sent that text at midnight, and it completely jeopardized my relationship with my parents. They now think I'm a liar. They think they can't trust me. They're questioning why I would hide something this significant from them. My relationship at home has been a complete mess ever since. In the days that followed, she kept texting me over and over, telling me how sorry she was, how bad she felt about herself, that she shouldn't have done it. She even said she felt like dying because of how guilty she felt. She kept saying she was extremely sorry and that she knew she messed up. Meanwhile, I was dealing with the fallout at home. I was trying to maintain some kind of peace with my parents, try to improve things, try to set boundaries and explain the situation. So I wasn't texting or calling her much. I wasn't responding to her texts right away because I was literally in the middle of a crisis that she created. And now, she's complaining that I didn't comfort her about feeling guilty, sad, and terrible about herself. She's saying that I don't love her, that I don't care about her feelings, and that I'm trying to make her feel more guilty about the situation. She insists that she would never do this to me if I needed comfort. That if the roles were reversed, she'd be there for me. Let me just pause here and point out the absurdity of this. She crossed a boundary I explicitly told her not to cross. She damaged my relationship with my family. And now she's upset that I'm not comforting her about how guilty she feels for doing the thing I asked her not to do. On top of all of this, I'm going through exams right now. I can't study. I can't focus. My mind is constantly racing between the mess at home with my parents and dealing with her emotional manipulation. I'm starting to realize that I might be in a relationship with someone who's toxic, emotionally immature, and manipulative. If I'm being honest with myself, the signs were always there. I just ignored them because of my own bias and because she has trauma from her past that I thought explained some of her behavior. But at some point, past trauma stops being an excuse for current manipulation. So here's where I'm at. I want out of this relationship. I need out, but I don't know how to end it without being made to feel guilty for her sanity. She's already saying things like she feels like dying, and I know that if I try to break up with her, she's going to make me feel responsible for her mental state. How do I end this without being emotionally blackmailed? How do I set this boundary and stick to it when I know she's going to turn it around and make herself the victim? Because right now, even though she's the one who crossed my boundaries and ruined my family relationships, somehow I'm being painted as the bad guy for not comforting her about her guilt. I feel trapped. I feel manipulated. And I just want to know if I'm justified in wanting to walk away from all of this, or if I'm somehow in the wrong here.